everyone, it's Zahava. Welcome back to the channel. As you may have guessed from the title of this video, I am now back from Australia and I have some vlogging and some books to show you, just some things that I got when I was out there. So settle down, have a cup of coffee, and we're just gonna have kind of a cozy chat today. So yeah, if you guys are new here, then you probably don't know that I have just gotten back from Australia. I was visiting my sister. She lives out there, and of course, because I am on BookTube, I did go and do some book shopping there, but I couldn't really bring a lot home because of the weight issue. And as it is, I went down there with 2 bags and came back with 3 bags, so I had to pay an extra $100 to bring that bag back to Canada. But as you could probably see, there is a stack of books behind me I want to talk to you about. There's also these 2 boxes, which came from Book Outlet while I was gone. So one was a box that I purchased in December, and the other is a box that I purchased in January because I don't know if you guys remember, but I had done some book hauls at Book Outlet, and they sent these coupon codes a while back that were good until February 15th or something like that. Like, they started on January 4th. Anyway, the point is I had these coupon codes, so while I was gone, I took advantage of some Boxing Day sales, and I took advantage of that coupon sale. So I have these 2 boxes here, which we will do a book haul in the video that I'm going to film after this one, but I just wanted to put them in the background so that you guys will know what is going to be coming up next. And then on this side and on the floor next to me, I have some books that I want to talk to you about while that I picked up while I was there. Now, footage. Okay, so in Australia, they don't really have bookstores such as we know them in North America. At least they don't in Sydney. I haven't been to Melbourne. Sydney is really the only area that I have experience with. And basically, people can get books, as far as I was able to gather, in 3 different ways. Either you could pick them up at an op shop, which for us is like a thrift store if you're in North America, or you could go to an op shop, which is short for like opportunity shop, and that'll be your thrift store out there. Or you can pick things up in physical bookstores, which are nothing like we have in terms of Indigo or Borders or Barnes & Noble. They don't have anything big to that scale. Or like big national chains, I should say. Or you can pick things up on eBay. Now, obviously, I was not able to shop on eBay while I was there. I did go to a few op shops, which I will tell you which books I picked up where in just a sec. But I did actually go to some bookshops. Now, the bookshops, where will they have them? They'll have them in shopping malls, and they will also have them, chiefly in shopping malls. I did go to one big store, which I will put the name of it. They have like Asian books, but also English books, and they are, I forget the name right now, but I'll put the name across the screen if you guys want to Google it if you're in the Sydney area, which is a really massively impressive bookstore and stationery store. And they are on, I think it's on George Street, so it's way downtown. It's in the CBD, which is the Central Business District of Sydney. So if you guys are in the area and you want to go check out, it is a fantastic bookstore. Just can't remember the name right now. But if you go in, they have sections of Japanese literature, Chinese literature, like picture books. Like it's a must see if you're like a bibliophile. It's a must see if you're in the area. But otherwise, they just have like Dimmicks, or there was another one, Harris something, I don't know. I'll figure out the name. I'll put it on the screen for you that I went to. But essentially, books in Australia, super expensive. The PS of the spiel, books are super expensive there. So they get the UK editions. They don't get the North American US editions like we get here. They get the UK editions, but they're like really expensive. So for something that would cost us normally anywhere between, I don't know, I'm saying in Canadian dollars, let's say $16, it could be upwards of $25, $30 in Australian dollars. Now, the current exchange rate at the time that I'm filming, the Canadian dollar is very weak. It's very, very low. So what I would have bought in Australia would have cost me like less money because their taxes are included in the item prices. And so there's no like provincial or state tax that's like added to that. So it ended up being cheaper to buy books out there, but I didn't buy any that were full price in any case. And without further ado, I want to get into what I have. So, because that's what you guys are here to see. Like, who wants to hear me ramble on and on and on? Okay, so I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start. Okay, so let's start with some, so let's start actually with this one. Now, this one I did not actually pick up in Australia, but it did come to me to my P.O. box when I was in Australia, because this is a book that I bought. It's a memoir. This is called Tiger Tiger by Margot Fregoso. This one happens to be, I bought this one at Thrift Books, and it is a memoir. It's a memoir about a young girl who, and this is like a trigger warning, okay? But this is a memoir about a young girl who has a relationship with an older man. She's essentially groomed. It's an uncomfortable situation, a la Lolita, if you guys know what I mean. So, but this is actually a true account. So this one actually got caught in the mail when Canada Post went on strike and was delivered while I was away. So I just wanted to show you guys that. I picked it up. I'm going to read it. This one happens to be an advanced reader copy, but that's fine. It's a used book. I picked it up at Thrift Books. So I wanted to show you guys that. The next thing that I picked up was a set that I had also delivered while I was away in Australia. And this is the Legacy of Light series, book 1, 2, and 3. The reason I picked this up, okay, I realize it's like, pretty sure, I don't know if it's YA or not. I'll have to look that up. But what happened was, you guys are going to be so proud of me. I started this book actually on my Kindle, and it was one of the Kindle reads that I had downloaded for free, because if you guys didn't know, you could go on to Kindle on Amazon, and not Kindle Unlimited, just like regular Kindle. And certain times they will have specials, and certain books will go on sale and you can pick them up for free. And I picked up A War for Magic and started reading it and really liked it so much that I actually stopped reading it and went and bought the physical books because I wanted to have the series, and they cost me like $9 each on Amazon Canadian. So what's that, like $6 US or something like that? So they're brand new. I have that. I haven't started reading them yet, but this is stuff that I picked up that was delivered to my house while I was away. So I wanted to show you guys that as well. Okay, the next thing that I got in Australia is I went to a market. We were actually on a Disney cruise and we did a port of call in Eden in New South Wales, Australia. And when you got off the ship and you got to like walk around the town a little bit, there was a lady at a kiosk there who was selling her self-published books. So I picked up one of these. This is called Shaken Not Stirred. It's about a 60-year-old woman who joins kind of like a CIA type situation, which I think could be a lot of fun. So I will let you guys know when I read it. Of course, we'll do a vlog about it, but I just wanted to show you that I picked that up. So yeah, should be a really fun read. I love the premise of that one. So, okay, the next thing that I got, so I also picked up at an op shop a short story collection. This is called When There's Nowhere Else to Run. It is by Murray Middleton, and it's basically like a short story collection, all written by Australian authors. This one here cost me $2 at an op shop, so I'm really happy with that. It's going to give me some Australian type writing and content. Aside from everyone in my, I think it's Benjamin Stevenson, who is the only Australian author that I have read so far, who did the series of Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone. And I really enjoyed that. I want to get the second one, which I think Everyone on This Train, something about Everyone on This Train. I haven't read it yet. I don't remember which one it is, but I do want to pick that one up. And then there were some, like, at that big store downtown, that Japanese bookstore that I was telling you guys about, they did have a section of all Australian authors, but it was so expensive, like I really couldn't afford it, so I didn't buy anything there. Anyway, so Australian book right here. Then I picked up The Girl in the Tower in that same op shop. Now, I don't know about you guys, but it really kind of low-key bothers me. This is the second part in the 3-part series of The Bear and the Nightingale, which I don't know what the name of the series is, but this is book 2 by Catherine Arden, and I didn't know that. I just thought it was like a standalone novel when I picked it up, and so I haven't read The Bear and the Nightingale, and I have to get my hands on a copy of it. So this one I picked up again for $2. This and this at the same thrift shop. So these cost me $2 each. But I have to get the first book because I haven't read The Bear and the Nightingale yet, and I really want to. So I'm going to just hang on to this book, or maybe I'll take it out from my library and then I can just leave this one at a little free library or something like that. Speaking of which, I actually had a chance to visit a little free library in the parking lot of the condo building where my sister stays in Sydney. And I picked up my very first Jodi Picoult book, and that was called Second Glance, which was fantastic. I won't spend too much time talking about it here. I'll just show you maybe a picture up on screen, which is kind of like a ghost story, just, you know, regular literary fiction type thing. And I had never read Jodi Picoult before, and I really enjoyed that one. And that one actually had mixed reviews on Goodreads, something like 3.8 or something like that. But I felt that it was just exactly what I needed at the time. And being able to take advantage of the little free library while I was out there, because I didn't actually bring physical books with me when I went to Australia because of the weight limits and like schlepping everything around. I didn't want to do that. So when I was able to have access to the little free library, I was really excited. So I borrowed the book and then I put it back when it was done. And I tried to pick up, and then I found that someone had put in the library 2 more Jodi Picoult books that weren't previously there. So I decided to pick them up, and there were 2 of them. So there was Sing You Home, which I know that we're supposed to borrow the books, but I'll recycle them in Canada. Like, I'll give these ones away because they came to me from a free library. So I'll find one in Canada just to deposit this one into if I don't decide to keep the book. But this one is Sing You Home. So as far as I know about this book, Sing You Home, it has to do with a married couple that can't conceive, can't have children. They end up splitting up. The woman goes and gets involved with another lady, falls in love with another lady, and the husband ends up becoming a very religious man. And then when the woman in question wants to have a child with the frozen embryos that she and her husband had frozen, it causes issues between them because the 2 women in the story want to get pregnant and the husband is adamantly refusing to allow them access to the embryos. So that's what I kind of gathered from the back of the book. And I'm looking forward to reading this one because Jodi Picoult's writing is fantastic. I just really enjoyed the first book, which was Second Glance. So if you guys want to check that one out, I just really loved her writing when I first read her. So I want to read more of her is my point. Now this one, you guys, I had some trauma. Okay, there's a story. I picked this one up off the bookshelf. Do you see this nice white cover right here? Do you see this space where it's white? I picked this one up. The books were all lined up like this. They were all lined up in one of those IKEA shelves. You know those big square cubicle shelves that IKEA has, and they've got four shelves? They were all lined up like that. That was the bookshelf. I pick up this one, just pull it off the bookshelf to read the cover, look at the back. There is a huge spider sitting right there. I screamed, okay? I screamed. I threw the book across the room, we're in the garage, right? We're in the garage. I pick it up. I have a diagram. I'm going to put the diagram on the screen because I was so traumatized that I took a picture after and I sent it to my husband to show him how big the spider was and where it was located on the book. So if I can find that, I'm going to put it on the screen. Have you guys seen a Canadian toonie? If you've seen a toonie, you probably know it's about this big. It's 2 inches, something like that in diameter, okay? The spider is sitting right here on the book, you guys, right here. I screamed so loud, I threw the book against the ground, violently, to the point where the security guard came out to see what all the screaming was about, and I had to tell him that not from around here. I don't know if that spider is dangerous or not. I think it was a huntsman, but it was just chilling, just kind of sleeping on this book. And as soon as the book hit the ground, the spider scurried off like under the table where, you know, they have like some bookshelves next to the table and on the table so that you could, you know, use the table if you need to like pack up books or stack books or whatever. They had a whole book station there. And yeah, so I had a little bit of trauma, essentially. It was a lot of trauma. I'll show you guys the picture of where the spider was. It was just a harrowing moment. I think I either lost some hair or gained a few new white ones. I was petrified. So it was just sitting right there. And you knew that it didn't belong there because this cover is white. So when you see like a big, when I say it's a big spider, it was like this big, just sitting on it. Like I freaked out, you guys. I freaked out. So, but it's obviously no longer there. Actually, Eric was asking me, he's like, did you make sure that the spider didn't like put eggs in the book or anything like that before you brought it home? I'm like, yeah, I checked, don't worry. It was like, I was super scared, you guys. Like, it was awful. Okay, so that is the story with that book, but both of those books made it home, so super happy about that. Okay. We also did some traveling where I picked up a copy of Lambert because childhood memories. If you know, you know. So when I saw this book, it's a super old little golden book. I'm actually going to be making this one into a junk journal because I have a lot of stuff that I really have been putting aside in a box somewhere. And I wanted to make sure that I didn't unhaul this book. It cost me $8. And I wanted to make sure that I used it. So I'm going to be converting this one into a junk journal somehow. I don't know when I'm gonna have time for that, but like, look how it's like so old-timey, you guys. It's like super old-timey. So I am, I'm really happy about this. It is a 1970. So really happy about this Lambert one. Okay, what else do I have? Oh yeah, this one here. I'm actually reading this one right now, Ready Player One. I'm enjoying it. It has mixed reviews. But I'm enjoying it. I haven't seen the movie yet. It's something that I am going to see. Hopefully I'm going to finish this book by the weekend. Right now it's Wednesday. I'm filming. I'm on page 148, chapter 15. This cost me $1. I picked it up in Australia at an op shop or a thrift store, and it cost me $1, and it was in great condition. It just looks like it's in rough condition right now because it came home in my bags and, you know, traveling and luggage handling and all that. So it did end up having like a few little scrapes and stuff on the bottom, but it did come to me in much better condition than you're seeing it in now. So that's what I'm currently reading. What else do I have to show you? All right. So where I was staying in Orange, because my sister has like 2 houses. She has a condo in the city and she has, about 3 hours away, she has a house. So where I was staying, they have something called a tip shop. So what's a tip shop? If you guys don't know what it is, if you're in Australia and you know what a tip shop is, give me a thumbs up in the comments, okay? If you don't, I'll explain what it is. So basically, it's like a recycling recovery center. It's a place where you can go. It's municipally sponsored. So it is the city that you live in that that has kind of like a recycling repurposing center, which I really wish that they would bring to Montreal because I think it's fantastic. People go and they donate items there that are usually not, I mean, you could find things like DVDs and obviously books because I'm here to show you books today, but you could find all this stuff there. People will donate like used furniture, whatever you would essentially bring to a thrift store, you could bring to the tip shop or the recovery center, but they would be in like lesser, I guess, quality or in varying degrees of quality. A lot of people have like china, you could find old radio parts, you know, all kinds of things. Like it's really fun. It's kind of like if you would go to a flea market and like all of the tables are all just this one big center. And basically you donate the stuff and then people could come and buy it. They could just come and buy it. But it's a place to go if you don't want to dump something at like a thrift shop. I have a cat scratching at the door. I have to go let him in. Hang on. All right, you guys, I'm back. I'm sorry. So basically, as I was saying, I went to the tip shop and I found some books there and I got such a great price for them. I picked up actually 5 books. I have them right here. I'm going to show you what they are. 5 books, you guys, cost me $2, 2 Australian dollars. Now, what does that do? Let me check. these 5 books right here cost me $2 Australian, which is $1.24 US or $1.78 Canadian. So that's pretty impressive. The quality of these books is fantastic. Now, I had heard about this. I realize it's a YA series, and I know that I've spoken to you guys about how I don't feel that I necessarily resonate with YA novels. I'm working on it. It's kind of a personal goal for 2025. I realize I'm not a romance girly. I am all for like a rom-com. I will watch You've Got Mail. I will watch While You Were Sleeping. I will watch, you know, like Blind Date or Blended or whatever it is. Like I'll watch a rom-com. If I'm watching a movie, that's fine. But books-wise, I don't know. I don't really resonate with it. I had to DNF Beach Read. I'm not going to start reading Abby Jimenez because I just know I'm going to put it down. Like, I don't like rom-coms and things when I'm in my literature phase. But because this is fantasy and because I've heard really good things about it, and because I only paid $2 for the lot of 5 books, and it is in fantastic condition. Like, I'm not even sure if this has been read more than once. It actually came from... Somebody has embossed it. I don't know if you guys could see if that's going to come into focus on the camera or not, because I think the camera's trying to find my face. But this was embossed by it says from the library of Bridie, Bridie, Jessica Rose. So if you're watching, I have your books. But there was the full like 4... the full set, all 4 of the books of the Graceling, I don't know what, it's like YA fantasy. I don't know what the name of the series is. I'm going to have to find the name of the series. I don't know what the name of the series is, but I mean, all 4 books are there and they're like in beautiful condition. And the last one that I got in that haul is The Mask of Mirrors. So I know that this one is also a series, but they didn't have the second one at the tip shop. So I just bought this one. I think this one is adult, if I'm not mistaken. I looked it up. So I'm trying to make peace with the YA sort of, hopefully it's new adult. And yeah, I just wanted to show you those books because I think it was just a fantastic deal. How can you go wrong with that? All right. What else do I have to show you? Let's put away books and let's talk about stationery for a minute, all right? So when I was there, I had a lot of time to kill, and I was spending time on YouTube, and I was watching people do their reading journals. Now, I know that I had showed you guys in 2024, a long while ago, that I was trying to like reuse or repurpose an old notebook that I had. It wasn't really working for me, so I decided to go with one of the dot grid journals. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep a reading journal in 2025. I don't know how disciplined I'm going to be, but I'm certainly trying. So I did pick up from, this was actually from Amazon, and I ordered it while I was gone. So it's just a regular sort of dot grid notebook, just sort of a plain peachy color. It happened to have been on special, but I didn't end up using this one because actually I went to a TK Maxx, which is the Australian Winners Marshalls TJ Maxx, if you guys don't know. So they go by TK Maxx in Australia, and they had this one here, which was slightly bigger. So I don't know if I'll keep this peach one or if maybe I'll return it to Amazon because the black one is a little bit bigger, and also the black one is soft cover, not hard cover. So I started a reading journal, which I don't know if I want to do a flip through of. If you guys want to see a flip through of that, of what I have done so far, then like let me know in the comments because I'm working up the courage to actually show you guys that. So I could really use your guys's like cheering me on, you know, like if you guys want to see it, let me know. But essentially I started, you know, filling this out, and so far it's okay. I'm not like somebody who's super aesthetic, but I do like the data and I wanted to keep track of the data. So I'm starting to keep a reading journal. So those were some things that I sort of came to realize, you know, while I was out there visiting my sister. So I picked up, like I said, that black journal there and had the peach one delivered. I also got some stationery supplies that I wanted to show you. So first let's start with the annotation tabs. I got 2 sets of annotation tabs. This is like a little polka dotted. I don't know if that's gonna come into focus on camera or if you guys can see that if there's not too much glare, but it's these little polka dotted tabs. So I think that these ones here are transparent. But I just wanted to have like a fun set of tabs that I could use when I'm annotating. And the second one that I have is these adhesive note page flags, but these are so cute. Now these ones cost me, oh my God, you guys, like $15, okay? These ones cost me $15, but they're so cute. Look how cute these are. Are they gonna come into focus? I hope so. It's like all these cats, cat butts, paws, and things like that. These are so cute. So I've never seen anything like these before. So this one, I think, I don't know, maybe a couple of bucks or something. I don't even remember how much I paid for these, but these I know because it was a shocker. Look, I'm not even lying. $15. $15 on these, okay? But I paid for them because I was on vacation and they were super cute. So I have these 2 tabs. Lastly, in the stationery department, I have scented highlighters, okay? So for all my highlighter girlies out there and all my highlighter peeps, because I do have some men watching this channel, my stats are telling me that. So if you guys, for all of my stationery peeps out there, I have these scented highlighters, which I picked up. This one smells like grape. I don't know if it's gonna come into focus. Let's see. So this one smells like grape. It's like super cute. I wish there was smell-o-vision so you guys could smell everything. This one here is, I think it's chocolate. It doesn't have a label on it. Yeah, okay. So this one is chocolate because you could kind of see, I don't know if it'll come into focus. There you go. Okay, that's chocolate. Then I have this one, which is like a pina colada. That's like a coconut. I don't know if it's coming into focus. It's not. Is that working? That might be better. Okay, so that's like a coconut one. Then I have this one is fun. This one, do you know what this is, guys? This is sweet potato. It smells like sweet potato. Yeah. It's like, it's yams, okay? Like, you guys, this is either like a sweet potato or a yam. It's like such a unique scent. I've never seen that anywhere before. And the last one that I have, it's fun. It smells like, it almost smells like a house cleaning product. Okay, but it's this lemon scented one. It's lemon scented. So anyway, that's it, you guys. Like, that's it for this super squirrely, as always, long video. Back from Australia with books that I bought abroad, and stationery that I bought abroad, and stationery that I ordered from abroad and had delivered to Canada, as well as books that I ordered while I was abroad and had delivered to Canada. So that is it. That is it for today's video. Thank you so much for coming to hang around with me today. In the next video, we're going to be opening up this book haul of books that I also bought while I was away and had delivered here to the P.O. box. So let's go and film that video right now. I'm not going to get changed. I'm going to be in the same outfit, but you will see this in another video. Thanks so much for being here. Let me know what you think of everything, and I will see you again in the next one. Ciao for now.